Time to take you through the grid for DD2 and DD2 Masters, heat number 2. Same as it was earlier on today. Heat 1 will be the same for Heat 3 later on. Nicola Guillaume and Nikita Genza will start on the front row. Imke Arts and Frederick Zebis will be on row 2. Louis Koch and Kersens ran out the top 3 rows. Christophe Capitan once again starts from DD2 Masters pole position. On the inside of row 4, he'll be joined by the Netherlands' Luca Neuenhausen. Karl Klebor joined by Mats Johan Overhoff, and they ran out the top 10. Will Ellswood and Jordi Klebor ran out the top 6 rows, ahead of Dylan Lahaye, Alex Fielenbach, Michael Becker, Sam Knopfius, Axel Hoos, Maximilian Adolf and Maxim Shaposhnikov, rounding out the 19-strong grid. Axel Saniala once again declared a non-starter, still not feeling 100%. But Nikita Genza took the win in the first heat earlier on by just over half a second from Frederick Zebis. Imke Arts rounded out the top 3, covered by under 9 tenths. The gap was going down and down between Zebis and Genza, and Arts going along for the ride as well. Knopfius ahead of Koch. Then we had Christophe Capitan taking the win in Masters, 6th place, ahead of Kirstens and Karl Klebor. Luca Neuenhausen and Michael Becker running out the top 10. Mats Overhoff, Axel Hoos, Nicola Guillaume, Jordi Klebor, Alex Fielenbach, Maximilian Adolf, Maxim Shaposhnikov. Then we had Dylan Lahaye retiring on lap 5, Will Ellswood lap 2. And then we had Mats Johan Overhoff, Jordi Klebor, Axel Hoos. Then we also had Nicola Guillaume and Alex Fielenbach, all getting a 5-second time penalty post-race for front fairings. So we'll see how things transpire with a different set of weather conditions here at Genk. But once again, it'll be 10 minutes on the timer plus 1 additional lap. And there are still more dark grey clouds off of turn number 12. I've just been having a look at how the weather's been changing around the circuit over the course of the brief break between Junior Rotax Heat 2 and DD2 and Masters Heat number 2. Look a lot darker over there. I'm getting a little bit perturbed by it, but the drivers normally know that when you come to the end of a BNL Karting Series season, I remember Zanosha Black, David Remy, and Dionysus Liveris. 3 drivers that were competing for the title that year, and it was a deluge in the final on Sunday, and we had the lead change 8 times by turn 8, lap 1. However, it was not a deluge. Well, it's not a deluge now. We've got sunshine again, but drivers will be on wet weather tyres, but the dry line is starting to emerge again through what's been happening. Revs rise, lights are out. So, Guillaume leads the way. Arts up into 2nd. Genza keeping it round the outside, but there has been a touch. And that is Frederick Zebis around and off at turn 2. So, I don't know if that might have been a touch possibly by Neuenhausen in the 488. Didn't really catch it, but I am keeping an eye on what's been happening through the YouTube stream. 155 of you watching at the moment. Thank you very much for joining us. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they just navigate this, because it's not easy in these wet weather conditions. So, I think it might have been Christophe Capitan that caused the incident. Yes, it was. It was Christophe Capitan that inadvertently hit the back end of Frederick Zebis, who's got 9 minutes, let's not forget, plus an additional lap to try and claw that time back. Now, in these wet weather conditions, things can be overcome a little bit easier, but in dry weather conditions, he would be left standing. So, Genza leads after lap 1 by 2.1 seconds. Nicola Guillaume in 2nd. Will Ellswood has just got through on Imke Arts. That is for position. Obviously, Will Ellswood preparing on a Birol Art chassis. Imke Arts battling for the opportunity to get a ticket. Oh, careful. Now, who was that? That was Lewis Koch. And I think, well, I tried to keep an eye on who was behind. I'm trying to make out the livery. I think it might be Will Ellswood. Let's just see. Yes, it is Will Ellswood, 417, the man from the UK. Slight touch between the pair. They're both still circulating. Dylan LaHaye, well, he knows this circuit like the back of his hand. I hate to think how many thousands of laps he's been around on this circuit. However, Dylan LaHaye up 6 places. Will Ellswood up 6 places. Frederick Zebis, where is he now? Well, he's got past Shaposhnikov. So Christophe Capitan drops to 7th. Michael Becker gets through on Karl Klebor. That is for 2nd in Masters. Christophe Capitan's just got to be very, very careful how he negotiates the circuit. More to the point, can he keep the likes of Karl Klebor and Michael Becker at bay? Well, the proof is yet to be seen in the pudding. And by that I mean we haven't found out a resolution to that quite yet. So we've got just over 3 minutes of the race completed so far here in Heat 2 out of 3. Brandon Klein-Nagelvor, stop whining on the stream. Where's my hero, Sem Knopfler? Well, Sem is currently 15th. He's only made up 1 place so far. So we have got sunshine on the majority of the circuit. We have got that foreboding grey dark cloud that for you watching at home on your screen is out of shot. It's actually behind that camera and it is moving across the start-finish straight again. But there is an attempted move by Mats Johan Overhoff through on DD2 Masters class leader Christophe Capitan, who's got Wout Kirstens. And then behind, I spy with my little eye. Now, is that Karl Klebor in front of Michael Becker? Yes, it is. So, we have a change for 2nd. Meantime, Imke Arts looking to get through. And that would have been on Lewis Koch from Germany. So we still have just over 5.5 minutes to go, plus an additional lap. So Luca Neuenhausen all the way down to stone dead last for the 488 from Brand Racing. Run by a man known very well in the locality and also in the Netherlands and in Germany and in global karting. Danny Brand, now based out of the Emirates. And also, I have to give Sem Knopfler a little shout out. Yesterday during free practice, well, Sem actually had a, well, someone in the Knopfler's family, Sem, you might have to correct me, I'm not too sure if it's yours, but Guy Sheffield from Alain Raceway would have been proud of it because it was a Team UAE Grand Finals race suit I spotted. So, 4 minutes and 40 still to go. Drivers now making their way down the famed Europalan. And I spot Mats Johan Overhoff behind Imke Arts, who still is behind Lewis Koch. No surprise here. Fastest lap of the race, Nikita Genza for that's a 1:11.433. Alex Fielenbach has just copped a 3-second time penalty for 1 or 2 wheels outside of the tram lines. And where is Fielenbach at the moment? 17th at the moment, but as I said, he's not on the usual OTK that he would run. But in the meantime, Wout Kirsten's trying to dive up the inside of Karl Klebor through turn 12. Doesn't get the job done. Slots back in behind the 540. Nickname of, well, I used to call him the fastest baker in Flanders, but then I realised that was too long. And De Bakker sounds a bit more topical, sounds a bit more Flemish. And, you know, I said to him, what do you think? And he said, I like the second one better, and it stuck. But Karl is a baker by trade. As Wout Kirsten's trying to use the inside of the curbing, but look at the run that Karl Klebor's going to get around the outside. Easily done by the 540. Brandon Klein Nagelvort, yeah, Sem Knopfius has such a good wetsuit. Probably it is the Team UAE, probably the Team UAE suit. I'm not too sure. I might have to speak to Sem a little bit later on. Meantime, Frederick Zebis is scything his way through the field. He's just got past, I think that is Jordi Klebor, as Genza crosses the line again on lap 6. And another new fastest lap by the German, the 4:07. His lead now 5.5 seconds and climbing. And that's Johan Overhoff trying to look for a move up the inside. That's through on Imke Arts. Oh, and who's dropped it? Will Ellswood went off at turn 2. The Briton on the Birrell making a big mistake there. And now, well, incoming, because the wind has significantly increased on the start-finish straight. It's blowing the XPS, Rotax Mojo and STX Motorhome banners on the start-finish straight quite significantly, along with the national flags that are adorned on the run out of turn 12 and all towards turn 6 on the Europalan on the left-hand side of the circuit, if you're looking at it from my perspective. And that means that rain could be inbound very, very shortly. That's very, very dark and menacing up above. There you go. Darkness starting to surround the circuit. I've got a suspecting feeling that it's going to come down any second. So, a minute and a half to go. You can see now that, look at, if you just copped an eye of it, they'll come through turn 3 now. And yes, the wind has really, really picked up here. 17 kilometers an hour, 75% chance of possible rain inbound, and we are just before 3 o'clock local time. That's Johan Overhoff again. Tries to look through on the inside of Imke Arts, this time through at turn 6 onto the Europalan. We've got less than 60 seconds to go now. Where is our race leader at the minute? There he is, coming out of turn number 9. So down in towards Cafe Corner at turn 10 comes Nikita Genza, the 4:07 from Dale Motorsport. So we are now on to our penultimate lap of this race. So 30 seconds is when Genza crossed the line. Gives us 2 laps. 2.72 kilometers of racing still to go. And Guillaume second. Koch holding on to what could be a really good finish for him. As Overhoff again looks to the inside here at turn number 2 on Imke Arts. He gets through, but will Arts get the return? Yes. Nice work there by Imke Arts just to straight line the car, use a bit of throttle. Yeah, there was a little bit of sidewall banging, but it was not intentional there. Through into turn 6. We now have had the timer expire here in this second heat. The DD2 and DD2 Masters. At the moment, Nikita Genza looking to make it 2 for 2. And at the minutes, it's going to be Carl Klebor that is on course to a race win in the DD2 Masters side of things. Right. Now, for the incident with Frederick Zebis, Christophe Capitan has just been given a 5-second time penalty for pushing. But last lap is underway as the darkness surrounds the home of champions with the dark grey cloud cover up above. We have not long left in this race, and then we've got our last second heat of the weekend, which will be our senior Rotax drivers. 34 drivers already down in the dummy grid as we speak. The pre-grid actually closes in 20 seconds for that class. But Nikita Genza has done exactly what he set out to do. Lead from the front and be relatively unchallenged. And that looks to be the case because no one else will beat him. That will be that will effectively mean that Nikita Genza will be the de facto ranking after heats leader no matter where he places, because he's already got what will now be his second win So Nikita Genza calmly steers it right, lets the carts go through the chronic understeer out of the final corner. Genza makes it 2 for 2 here at Genk. And then P2, Nicolas Guillaume. Third place is going to go the way of Louis Koch. That's a great run for the 405, 408, finishing ahead of him. Mats Johan Overhoff takes 5th ahead of Will Ellswood. Carl Klebor takes 7th, and with it, DD2 Masters Class victory ahead of Frederick Zevis. Christophe Capitan, that is a 3-second penalty he's going to get, and that is going to drop him to 13th by my reckoning. So that'll put Wout Kirstens up to 9th, Axel Hoos, Jori Klebo and Sam Knopfius. Christophe Capitan will finish 13th, approximately ahead of Maximilian Adolf. Alex Fielenbach will drop down 1 place to 16th behind Luca Neuenhausen, with Michael Becker. Christophe Capitan has just been dropped as a 5-second penalty. It's dropped him to 16th. Shaposhnikov completes the race. Dylan LaHaye out again. No luck for him. Lap 6, and Axel Sarniala a non-starter.